Well, welcome. We'd like to welcome everyone to Farmington Public Schools and talk to you about our One School, One Book campaign. My name is Chris Delgado. I have the honor of being the superintendent here in Farmington Public Schools, and with me we have Jim White, Principal Chris Solomon. So I'd like Mr. White to talk to us about our book and then show how our Chinatown has come to life.
One School, One Book is a program that it's done in other places across the country, but in Farmington, what it means is that we send a copy of a particular book home to every family in every K-5 school, and then we also try to get as many other people around the kids, all the staff members, whatever their position, to read that book. So this year, we over 3,500 books were out in the community, and like I said, it's every family, it's teachers, it's front office people, all the way up to central office. It's bus drivers. That's a big thing because kids think they're safe from the bus drivers, and then they get on the bus and the bus drivers start talking to them about the book. And all those conversations just builds community. And we've been doing this for probably over 10 years now. And this year, the book that we chose, again, happens to be, and so Gil has done something similar to this exhibit each year, but this year it happens to be about a Chinese American girl named Scylla Lee Jenkins, and so Gil built a life-size Chinatown that kids can walk through.
I think one of the things Gil always strives to do is make a book come alive with these scenarios that we get every March, and we tend to go big. But one of the things that was very evident is when Celia's talking about spending time with her Chinese American grandparents, they visit Chinatown. And the book, in my opinion, didn't do justice in the description. I wanted it to be vivid and real for our kids. So I love to throw out these big ideas, and I have an amazing staff who makes things come alive. So if you can kind of turn and come with us, you'll walk into Chinatown. So this was the big reveal the day we revealed the book to our students. They had no idea this was coming. We did it the night before. They walked in, the lights were all down low, and the stream of lights were on behind us, and they literally walked into our version of Chinatown so they could see the lanterns and the buildings and the traffic coming down the streets. The kids' joy was absolutely amazing. Walking in, I heard one of my students go, "This is the best day ever." And there was another who said, "Will you please keep this up all year?" So here we are 2 months later, and we still have Chinatown up. But it was a labor of love that we absolutely thought was vital for this book, because this is truly part of who Celia is.
We're sitting at a table, and this is where Scylla Lee Jenkins likes to play checkers with her dad. And she loves her dad so much, so that's why she likes to have checkers with her dad and play.
Celia, grandmother got this unicorn poster because she was scared that monsters were in her closet, so her grandma got her this.
When I first walked in the front office and I saw all the Chinatown decorations, I was very surprised because not a lot of schools do stuff like this, and it was very cool to see.
I like how these lights are all like going around.
I like in Chinatown how they set up the statue entrance thing.
I like the door and like the pictures on the walls.
I like the roof decorations that they added, like the dragon and the lanterns.
Susan Tan, the author of this book, actually had a school-wide meeting over Zoom with another one of with Lanigan Elementary, and then she created a video for all of our students, and so teachers all across the district were showing that video to their classes. And there's a particular second grade class at another school at the Farmington STEAM Academy that had a long list of questions for her, and so they've entered into a conversation with her. So those kinds of things are happening all around the district, and it's just remarkable. And again, what makes One School, One Book unique is that when we all when the entire community gathers around a particular book and learns about. And so it's wonderful for the kids who see themselves, but it's also wonderful for the families who get a chance to learn about a culture that is not theirs. A few years ago, we actually had another part of the Asian community. There was a book that we chose that involved an Indian student. But this was the first time that we've had a book that was specifically about the Chinese culture, yes. And Chinatown is a big part of the story because it's where two families, Silla Lee has white grandparents and Chinese grandparents, and those families finally come together in Chinatown. So this is a really neat part of the book to recreate.
One of the things that we like to do here in Farmington Public Schools is make sure that each kid sees themselves in our curriculum, sees themselves in every facet of our buildings. And May just happens to be Asian American and Pacific Islanders month. And so there are so many things going on within our buildings to celebrate and identify and make sure that all students feel as if they belong. One of the other efforts that we do is we integrate the kids' identity and the cultures into the curriculums that we are giving them. Very similar to the book that you see, kids of Asian American descent or Pacific Islanders descent will be able to see themselves as they're walking into Gill Elementary, like many of our school buildings that we have throughout the district.